Welcome, everyone. Today we have something special, a conversation with someone who once sat exactly where many of our students sit today. Our guest is Mr. Viresh Keshri, an IILM alumnus who went on to build a career spanning insurance, power solutions, food and beverage, and waste management before founding Offset Go, India's first blockchain enabled carbon trading platform. Over the years, he's worked at the intersection of sustainability, climate tech, and entrepreneurship. And today, he's helping push India toward its net zero 2070 goals. Mr. Viresh, welcome back to IILM. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right, let's start where it all began, right here. Looking back, which was that one subject at IILM you still find yourself applying lessons from even now?
I mean, not one subject. It is basically amalgamation of all the subjects. When you work somewhere for somebody, for some company, you are set in a definite role.
Right.
You work in finance, you work in HR, you work in other domains. But when you have your own company, then obviously you have to have essence of all the things together.
Yeah.
And there it comes, the college days, where all the faculties and all the lessons and all the subjects, that was we were not even thinking about that time that it is going to help me in this particular phase of life. That all becomes very important now. And you start thinking about your old days when your faculty had given you one Google form and you had filled it, and now you are doing the same thing to your employees.
Yeah.
And that becomes a more deja vu kind of a thing that I have done this in past, and
Right.
that time, yes, it did not fetch any result, but now it is fetching. So
Okay.
it's all about all the subjects for us people like who have their own entrepreneurial journey.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, was there a class project, a case study, or competition at IILM that planted an early seed for the entrepreneurial path that you eventually took?
Yeah. So basically, when I did my graduation, during that time, people were, and I am basically middle-aged person now. So during our time, our parents used to say, okay, go start doing engineering or do your, doctor degree. And then going on to the graduation, and after graduation coming on to the professional course like MBA. It was basically during the first 3 months of the when I was here in ILM, we found out that okay, now नौकरी के लिए तो we are not doing this.
Right.
We are doing this for something we have to create, because we are going through a management kind of a thing.
Yeah.
What will you manage? You are not going to manage one group, one people, one 3, 4, 5 people into the team. You have to get the bigger role.
Yeah.
After say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, you will be heading someone 150, 200, 500 people your downline. So at that time only we thought, why presentations? So we were talking in the class, why presentations? I don't understand.
Right.
In the graduation we did not have that. But yes, that becomes very important because it's all sales. Whenever you are going to the interview, you are selling yourself. You are going to the the company, you are selling yourself. You are going to the clients, you are selling your company there.
Yeah.
So it's all sales. The presentations, the lessons which we have gone through, the projects we have undertook, the internship that we have done here, it all makes sense.
Okay.
A lot of sense.
Okay, that's nice. What's something about your IILM years outside academics, okay, like campus culture or society you are a part of, that still shapes you, how you operate as a founder today?
You take getting yourself into the teams, getting yourself in one confined or defined groups, and understanding your tasks. That becomes the essence of when you're going for your entrepreneurial journey. So that is one thing, and I have seen ILM, during that time also. This is the first time that I have seen somebody, getting on to the corporate finance courses. So during that time, no colleges, going on to the etiquettes classes. We in IILM, did that.
Okay.
And we got a certificate also at that time,
Right.
that we have done the corporate fitness thing, and we have got the certificate of excellency also.
Nice.
That is one thing. Getting on to the teams, getting on, to visit the campuses, other campuses and other companies.
Yeah.
With those groups. Somebody in the group will come up, "Arey, iska kya zarurat hai?" Dusra will come up and say, ki, okay, now we come to know about this company, this culture and other things. So that makes a lot of difference when you work with people, because that is the essence, because you have to work for the people, for the, all life you have to work with the people.
Yeah.
So getting onto the groups, getting the core of the groups, understanding the people qualities, and then performing according to those qualities. Obviously, that matches.
Okay, that's good. All right. So from IILM, your career took you through some very different industries before you arrived at Climate Tech. Okay, so I'd love to trace that path with you. All right. So you moved through insurance, power solutions, food and beverage, and waste management before founding Offsetgo. So was there one turning point, or was it gradual?
It was all gradual. See, how it goes is, when I was here, it was around subprime crisis.
Right.
And the entire market fell at that time. I was 6-8 batch. I did MBA from IILM, and things were very, very bad shape that time. But we got a opportunity to work thanks to IILM, and started the career with insurance that time.
Right.
And thought, because sales was what we were looking at, eyeing at. So that was the first break that I have got. But, gradually getting onto the sales, getting onto the more field work, I wanted to do something which I can myself start with. And the opportunity came with Suchem Power Solutions, where the person I have read about him, I went for the interview. The owner of Suchem and ma'am there, they took the interview and they said to the HR that I want this guy. So that was very good experience, and I was there for not much longer time, but wanted to do something on my own. I started my own food and beverages company.
Right.
When you say power solutions, yes, I went into the Suchem Power Solutions, but they had a bakery called Subake.
Okay.
So I worked there. I took the charge of entire bakery.
Okay.
And that was the turning point when I wanted to do something in the food industry.
Okay.
So started with our own Tavas Foods and Beverages. That was my first company I started. And that failed, obviously. 2-3 years of my time, 4 years of my time I've invested. But I learned a lot,
Right.
a lot.
For sure, yeah.
From that time, when I came above, up from the company, I did not look forward, backwards.
Backward, yeah.
So all the experience that we have got, it's all the teamwork that was lacking there, all the financial insufficiencies that company had. I worked on everything, and then came to waste management, because that excited me a lot. The computer waste, peripheral waste, that was the first time I heard about that, and I thought, let us start something in this field. And to my wonder and to the owner's wonder, we did wonderfully well. I was there in the company for around 3-4 years, and from a crore rupees turnover to we went around 70 crores turnover.
Wow,
and I was the one who was taking care of the entire
great.
company.
All right. Okay.
So it boosted my confidence a lot. And it was during that time that I decided that why not, during COVID, I changed my company and I became India head with some other company, Recycle. And it was COVID. After subprime crisis is what COVID. So during COVID, we thought, okay, that was salary cut, a lot of salary cut that time. So our salary was around 65% cut. I thought this is the right time to start, because you are getting 35%. In a year, you'll get only 35% of the entire package that you have got. So it is the best time that you can start your own. And I started with a company called Ye Prayas Private Limited, wherein it was a complete waste management company, starting from electronic waste. That was the major thing that I was doing in when we started the company. But we added product. I have written a book in education, Know Your Environment. That is the book that I have written. So then the consultancies to the companies, because there were recyclers who were not very very up to the talking to the corporate clients,
Yeah.
and the rule was in place in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So the point was ki how to take this on. The e-waste rule, more refined rule, came in 2011.
Yeah.
And then in 2016. So that was the time when we decided that let us start something and let the recycler to sit with the corporates,
Okay.
train them. If not, let us bridge that gap.
Okay.
And that is how Ye Prayas got started.
Okay.
And we, when we started Ye Prayas, we created Ye Prayas Innovation Lab. We took around 10 people from different all tier A colleges and wanted to incentivize the recyclers basically, because they were not earning much in India. And it has to be a market solution. When you work, if it is not marketable, if you don't get money out of doing good things in society, then obviously you will not do it.
True.
So all the product which we have created, it has a market sense into it. So coming to the incentivizing the recycler, we started with the Ye Prayas Innovation Lab, a project on carbon credits.
Okay.
So that was we took at that time. And we were not getting anything, no write-ups, nothing about carbon credits. Everybody was saying, this market has gone down. In 90s, we heard about carbon credits. Now it has went down. Nothing will happen. And from there we started working on that particular project with around 11 people, 12 people in hand.
Right.
And we thought, okay, within 6 months, we came up with an idea that we can do something. Because during that time, Joe Biden becomes the, president of US. And US becomes the part of Paris Agreement. The moment US becomes the part of Paris Agreement, things started drastically changing into the environmental space.
Right, true, yeah.
And the Moody's started writing about it. The other bigger BCG started writing about it. So we thought this is the right time and start with a company called Offset Global Technologies.
Okay.
Wherein what we are doing is, we have created a world's first blockchain based carbon marketplace. That is one thing, but the journey starts from taking your oath to net zero. So suppose there is a company or this university or any working space, they have taken a net zero goal, like India has taken a net zero goal in the year 2070. So somebody has taken a goal. Now the first thing they will do is they will calculate their emissions. So we have created a platform where it's the entire question bank, and you can start with calculating your own processes and emissions there. That is what we have created. After that, you require to have whatever you have calculated, you have to authorize that. I mean the audit of that particular emission. Then we have a software which audits the emission. Then after auditing, the companies ask, okay, what recommendations that you can give me? We are doing good, we are doing bad, how exactly to go about it, how we go to the journey faster, all those things. Then we have a recommendation, AI based complete recommendation tool, which recommends these are good for you, these are bad for you, you have already started this, let us complete this is your budget, let us put your budget here. All those things happens on the tool. And then after that, the last point which you want is to report your emissions. So whatever you have emitted, you have to report the emission. So our tool reports that. It's a complete package of tool which we calculate the emission, we audit the emission, we give recommendation, we then report your emission. And after reporting, you come to know, okay, my emission is 100. Now I want to go on to the 80. So you have to offset. Now the offsetting platform, which is on blockchain for the complete transparency of it. So it goes on to the work. This is about the tool and my work that I have done.
So I think we'll come to the next question, that is, what did your time in waste management teach you about India's informal recycling economy that most policy conversations miss?
Actually, the policy wise, we are through onto the waste management.
Okay.
There are some products which needs to be included. In the policy 2011, only electronic waste was there. Now in electronic waste, we have added solar panels also. There are a lot of things that we have done, but there is a long way to go.
Yeah.
There are a lot of products which will come. Now we have come up in the year 2016, come up with a concept called extended producer's responsibility.
Okay.
Now the responsibility lies in the person who has polluted.
Okay.
So Samsung is the one who has made the TV. Now that TV will get over its life cycle after say 9 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever Samsung gives. So after 15 years, it is the responsibility of Samsung to get the TV from the market, get it recycled, meet somebody like us, and we, give them the certificates. So we are already authorized with the Pollution Control Board. We can allow the certificate, we can issue the certificate to the Samsung that we have picked the material and got it recycled.
Oh, okay.
So this is how the entire thing works. But yes, the implementation part.
Yeah.
Which is I would say that becomes very, very, very important. Policies is there in the place, but implementation lacks in India.
Okay.
And I have no objection saying this. I have told this on all the fronts.
Yeah.
Now where we lack is, suppose somebody we have seen getting the material from kabadiwalas to the next higher a big aggregator, and after the big aggregator it goes to the recycling unit. Lot of material gets wasted because it is informal recycling which takes place at these kabadiwalas place.
Right. Okay.
And they need to get trained. It's not only getting onto the recycling industry. You have calculated that around 17 lakh metric ton of e-waste is created, and you put a recycling plant of 17 lakh metric ton. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It has to be there, but at the same time you have to train the people who are actually doing it, because they are the one who is picking. The recyclers is not going to pick the material. They are the kabadiwalas who is picking. So the first duty, the government or NGOs or people who are involved into waste management is to train those people. That becomes very, very, very important. And how it should be collected, how it should be transported, and how it should be processed.
Right. Okay.
So it's a complete thing that we have to implement.
That's quite interesting, actually. All right. Okay. So now the other one would be, why blockchain specifically for carbon trading? What problems were you solving that traditional carbon registries could not actually?
So basically, in Schedule 6 of Paris Agreement, it says that whatever transaction is done, it has to be very transparent.
Okay.
We could not think, our complete project owners, we did not think of something better than blockchain to solve the problem of transparency.
Okay.
So that is the reason why we took blockchain into account when we were building this. Also, a lot of things in the 90s, what happened was the entire carbon market crashed.
Okay.
So it crashed because of double counting and transparency. So it becomes very important. So suppose you have planted 500 trees. It's there on the roadside, and you are claiming for it. I am also claiming for it. He is also claiming for it. So it's a double counting.
Yeah.
Once it goes on to the registry, through us, then it is on blockchain. It started from A, goes to B and C. It cannot be used any further.
So let's zoom out to the bigger picture, where India actually stands on climate commitments today. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's the biggest gap right now between global ESG, pressure on Indian companies, and what they're actually ready to do?
See, specifically for India, it starts with, there is you start with, we are the third largest producer of electronic waste in the world.
Okay.
After US and China, India is the third largest.
Okay.
In the environmental performance index, India is third from the bottom. Now see the gap. It's too much.
Yeah.
There are two ways of making a thing possible in a bigger countries like India.
Yeah.
Either you penalize or you train.
Okay.
Now it is on to the government that how exactly do you want to take it. If you penalize, in that case, say suppose somebody is going onto the roads, he has not wear a helmet, and the police wala comes and they put a challan and you have to pay 1,000 rupees. Now next time what will happen is he will start going from somewhere else when police wala will not be there.
Right.
You know, so penalizing is not going to help you out. Training will.
Yeah.
Like your institute, like our institute, basically,
Yeah.
you know, if we start training people, whosoever is here, at least they should understand the importance of having a compliance in picture. They should understand how important it is to save your planet at the college level, at the school level. So somebody from IILM, say after 20 years, sits in Google, and he is the one who is the decision maker of a particular domain.
Yeah.
So what he will do is, he will have that sustainability inside into him, deep buried by IILM, and after that, whatever decision he takes in life is full of thinking about sustainability.
Right.
This is what is required in India as a bigger picture.
Right.
That is one thing that I can suggest.
Okay. So SBTI targets, okay, and internal carbon pricing. Now, so they sound abstract to most people, okay? So how do you get a CFO, not just a sustainability head, to take them seriously?
Basically, again, I told you training. That is
training.
the one thing which has to be there. Otherwise, you know, a regular development program, the vision of the company has to be very clear that whatever we are polluting today, we have to offset it. Offsetting is the last resort. First of all, though, you have to go through SBTI.
Yeah.
If you can set your target, if you can see your short-term goals, your long-term goals, you can set a project, how you are going to offset. It's not always that somebody else is doing a better things and you just offset, pay the money to them. It's the last thing. The first thing that you will look at, creating your own things to reduce the emissions. So getting on to the better, products, which gives less of the emission, getting on planting the trees, which obviously gives an organic decarbonization model. So all these things has to be there, and the CFO, obviously, he has to get aligned to the vision of the company. When we are saying that, okay, now we have to be the sustainable company and admirable company in the world, to do something good for the society, starts from the environment.
As someone who teaches media and communication, the next question would be close to my heart. Okay, so carbon credits, they are notoriously hard to explain. Okay, so how do you pitch this to an investor versus how do you explain this to a college student?
So for investor, it's very easy. Easy means investor understand the psyche of money. Whenever we are presenting it to the investor, he is the person who is very less onto the how you are going to save the environment. So all those blah blah things comes to an end, and you go on to the Excel finally and tell them, this is the 20-year plan, you are going to earn this much, this is the market based solution, and this is scalable, it's you're going to earn this much money. He is interested in that only. When coming to the college student, yes, it's a task to make them understand the carbon credit. When I say carbon credit, it is basically saving your environment at the ground zero level, starting from using less water, starting from using less cloth to wear, starting from having less pair of shoes to you, starting from having very fashionable thing to the basics. That is one thing. Whenever you are planning a car, see how less emission it does. Whenever you're planning an AC, go to the 5-star rating ACs. All those things are very small steps that I can tell to the college students. It's a starting phase, start from here. If not required, don't put the AC on, because there are 90% of people in India who don't have the access of AC. So all these things you are doing not to that you don't have money. It has to be deep buried into them that you are a social animal. You have to behave how society behaves. You are a part of the society. You cannot go up and show that I have a lot of money and my entire, I put my AC on 20, I can pay the bill. No.
Yeah.
You are not the one who is paying the bill. It is the next coming generation who will pay your bills
Exactly.
in the environment.
Yeah, very
We have already got to more than 1.5 degree of earth temperature. We are reaching to very fast, and it all happened after industrialization phase,
Yeah,
after 1730.
yeah, yeah.
You know, so we can obviously tell them, understand the crux of it, understand from bottom that how your involvement or your understanding or your thinking is going to create this planet as a livable planet for the next future to come. You know, it is their property that you are using today.
Actually.
So you have to think like that.
Okay. Okay, so as we wrap up, I want to bring this back to the students watching and listening today, all right? Okay, so for a student who wants to work in a climate tech but has no science background, what's the realistic entry point?
See, I am a pure commerce background student. I understand that, okay, colleges teaches you, but it's all your, you say in Hindi, lagan.
Right.
It's all your lagan, your will, that how you want to diversify yourself so that you achieve the whatever target you have set in your life. For me, I will tell, it's not a entry barrier for anybody. You can go onto the sustainability websites. You can check on to the sustainability books that been written. Understand what you are doing today, starting from A to when you sleep in the night. So think how sustainable you can make it, and that thinking will come. And after that, when you understand this, there are companies, the industry is growing at very faster speed. People are, when we look for people who works into waste management, very less. Who works into sustainability, very less. Getting onto the workforce, a lot of people are required in this particular domain now. So if you are looking your career into, sustainability, live the sustainable way. First of all, read the articles. It's not an entry barrier for anybody who has done a commerce or science. It doesn't matter. It all matters that you go, you learn, because companies will give you time because they don't have a workforce now. So they'll give you time to work in the sustainable company. Just do that, and say after 3-4 years, it's going to be a very big industry to work on.
So what do you hope current IILM students take away from this conversation? Something you didn't quite get to hear when you were in their seat.
I would say, there are 2-3 things that you're going to learn from this. We started our company in the year 2020 when people said it's COVID time, companies started shutting down. We started our company.
Right.
That is one thing that you can learn, that it's not about, always the environmental factors which affects your company. It's all about how you make the opportunity of those disastrous times. So you have to make the opportunity is always there. Okay. So that is one thing. Secondly, we started our company with nothing in hand.
Right.
When we first took our order from Mumbai, I remember that was the company RBS. We took the material from there. We had no warehouses. And we were on the truck and thinking ki ye maal kahan utarna hai. So be street smart. You will read in books which will help you after you become street smart.
Right.
So those managerial things, learning about people, all those things will help you out. But start from having a very big, will, first of all, that I'm going to do this. And that is the first thing that you are going to learn. Second thing is communication. Whatever you communicate from today, make sure that it is based on a fact.
Important.
Bekar ka communication is not ever recommended at all, because you will end up losing everything. So if it has a fact based on it, go on to this, understand, and then make a statement. Usse bhala chup raho.
Exactly.
This is what I can say.
Okay. Mr. Viresh, thank you so much for taking the time to come back and share your journey with us, from the classrooms of IILM to building a company, tackling one of the biggest challenges of our time. It's a powerful reminder to our students of how far a path can stretch, even when it doesn't look linear at the start. So to everyone watching, thank you for joining us. Until next time. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.